Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins is a dungeon-crawling action-adventure role-playing game developed by Tecmo's Ninja and published by Square Ernix. The game was released 18th March 2022 for the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Microsoft Windows PC. Stranger of Paradise actually falls short in its graphics. Whilst the game looks fine on a PS5, the PS4 version is so bad looking. On the PS4, the game looks so blurry, the textures are dull, the lighting is so bad, there is too much aliasing, and the frame rate is terrible, even on performance mode. The game is so badly optimized that the PS5, being the superior looking version, struggles to run the game at 60 FPS at times. So by Final Fantasy standards, these graphics are just disappointing. Now moving on to the story. Without spoiling too much, the story follows Jack and his companions on a quest to kill chaos and save the world. Many reviews on YouTube have harshly criticized the story, but I personally like it and I don't think it's a bad story at all. However, my only issues with the story is one, it is very confusing from the start. So from the start of the game, you don't understand what is going on until very late in the game that everything comes together and things starts to open up, and that's when the story becomes interesting. Another problem I have with the game story is with its dialogue. The dialogue in this game story is very cheesy. So these are my only issues with the story. I don't think this story is bad at all. I really like the story, I really enjoyed it, and I really like the twist at the end. The story in this game is okay. Now moving on to the gameplay. The gameplay in Stranger of Paradise is very accessible. So if you are a casual gamer or newcomer to video games, you like this game, you can easily get into the game because the gameplay mechanics are very simple and very easy to learn. On the other hand, if you are a hardcore gamer and if you like games like Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, or those type of very difficult games, if you like that difficulty, you can find it here. You can find the same difficulty experience in this game as well. So this game is made for every type of person. So whether you are a hardcore or a casual, or you are just new to video games, you can enjoy this game. So this is how the gameplay works. The gameplay is a hack and slash dungeon crawler. It takes place on a world map where you find all your missions, both main and side missions. The missions levels are very linear, so you go from point A to point B, and all that you are doing is what? You're killing enemies, you're looting boxes, and then at the end of every mission you fight a boss and you watch a cutscene to progress the story. The combat in this game is quite fun. Beating enemies up with your sword feels so good. The way the combat works is like this. You have your light and heavy attacks. You can dodge, you can roll, you can block, you can parry, and then you have your special powerful attacks as well. So you begin the game with a sword, but as you progress, you gain new weapons like katana, lance, axe, and many more. And these weapons are very fun to use. What makes the combat so fun is the job class system. There are so many jobs to unlock in this game, and each of them have their own unique fighting styles. So for example, you can choose to be a knight, you can choose to be a duelist, a rogue, or a mage, and many more. Each job have a skill tree where you can unlock new skills and abilities. You can equip jobs at the mission menu or at a checkpoint during a mission. The game allows you to equip 2 jobs at a time. So equipping different jobs and trying different fighting styles keeps the combat fresh and interesting. So besides the main missions, there are also side missions in this game. The side missions are very basic. So for instance, find this item, kill this dragon, destroy this item. Those type of side missions, they are very linear. Completing them rewards you with powerful gear that you can use to customize your characters. You can also find weapons and armor from looting treasure boxes that you come across in the game world, and you can also use this to customize your characters. Customization in this game is quite good. You can customize your characters the way you want. For example, you can equip them with weapons or dress them with various kinds of armor. Each weapon and armor have their own ratings, so the higher the ratings, the stronger your character. So with all that said, the gameplay has its flaws. Firstly, the combat, being fun, becomes repetitive after playing it for so many hours. Secondly, the inventory management can be very frustrating in this game. There are so much loot items that collecting them in this game quickly fills up in your inventory, and taking the time to sort them out is very painful and time consuming. So these are the only issues I had with the gameplay. So despite all of these flaws, Stranger of Paradise is not a bad game. The story is okay, the combat is fun, the gameplay is very accessible to anyone, and out of 5 stars, I give it 3 stars, and I definitely recommend this game to anyone. So this is the end of my review. Thank you all for watching my video review to the end, and if you really enjoyed this video, could you kindly leave a like and also share the video to other people. And if you enjoy content like this, you may also subscribe, because I shall be making more video reviews in the future. So I want to say thank you again, and I shall see you next time in my next video. Bye.